Christmas to the Smart Woodshop fam. Another Christmas is here, 2025. What tools impressed me in 2025 that I use? In other words, if I went to grab the tool that I'm going to show to you and it wasn't there, I would immediately get another one. In other words, I use it, I need it, and every tool that I selected is part of that. I'm going to start with these three here. This is actually one tool, not three. Now I will have the link for each of these, and I recommend each of these, but it's more of the concept that I've started to gravitate toward over the last few years and more so this year. These are tools that are not a brand name. They're not DeWalt or Makita or anything. They are less expensive tools that I found on Amazon that use the DeWalt battery directly with no adapter. All three of these. So this is a leaf blower that I use in the wood shop. You have seen this a lot in the last few months. This leaf blower I actually found through another YouTuber to do with photography, which I spend a lot of time looking at YouTube videos on photography. And they were using this as one of those blowers, fans to blow the model's hair. But I saw it and liked it, but it wasn't one that ran a DeWalt battery. It was another one. So I found this one that ran my battery system, and I love it. It works great for keeping my shop cleaned up, and I blow stuff right out the door. This one is a heat gun, similar thing, but it runs off the DeWalt battery. Glue gun, again, cordless, that runs on the DeWalt. Your woodworker may not be a DeWalt battery person. In my case, I have two battery systems, the Festool, my number one, and DeWalt, my fill-in for the tools that Festool doesn't make. The battery that I chose when I decided on that second battery system, a little history here, I had 6 batteries. I didn't like all the battery systems. I had Milwaukee, and I had some Bosch, and I had some Makita. I pared it all down to 2 batteries. Festool was, obviously, they were there. They were number one. But I needed a few tools they didn't have, and I had to look around at the batteries and the tools available. And I chose DeWalt. I'm not saying it's better than any of the other, but they had this FlexVolt battery that I really liked and nobody else had. So I went with DeWalt for that reason and that reason alone. And it's been a good decision. I did that years ago, and they're going strong, and I really like that whole FlexVolt / 20 volt system, a single battery platform that runs all of my DeWalt tools. So if you choose this tool, go to the link that I provide, and if your woodworker uses Makita or Hitachi or some other brand, Milwaukee, then from there, search around and see if you're looking for the blower, if the blower is available, say in Milwaukee. I haven't done a lot of searching on that, but I would assume that they are. If not, I have another tool on the list I'll show you next. I like all of these. I use all of these, and I recommend them. They're inexpensive. They may not hold up to the rigors of hard use, but all of these are tools that I feel like I can afford that. I would not go to these knockoffs for my drills, my saws, or any precision tools, or any tools that I need to use hard and regularly. But tools that are really nice to have, but aren't used that hard, I'm kind of okay sliding over into some of these knockoffs. Very similar to this, it isn't this nail gun. This is actually the cordless nail gun that I chose. It's the only one that I have. And as much as I like DeWalt, I haven't really cared for their cordless nail guns, at least yet. Maybe they're getting better. I did not want to go to the 3rd battery system. I would have gone with the DeWalt nail gun before I did that. But I found kind of the best of both worlds with help of a friend, and that's with this little adapter here. I think this thing cost me about $17. Again, I'll have a link for it. But what this does, it allows me to take my DeWalt batteries, and now it's a Milwaukee battery. So I can stick this on any Milwaukee tool that I like, and I am ready to go. Beauty of that is now I'm not locked into a particular brand, but one tool, maybe Milwaukee does a better job on a particular drill, or maybe a impact drive or something. And then maybe Makita does a better job on, say, shears for cutting concrete siding, or a particular drill in their case. So maybe I want to have Makita for this, and Milwaukee for that, and DeWalt for this. Whatever it is, they make an adapter that will take your battery system, your woodworker, friend, loved one, spouse's battery system, and allow them to adapt it to another brand. And you can get these, again, so fairly inexpensive. So I would even buy more than one. In my case, when the other cordless nail gun I want is also Milwaukee. When I get that gun, I'm going to get another one of these. I'm not going to move it from gun to gun. I want to be able to run both guns at the same time. So I get one of these for each tool. And again, you might go from Makita to Milwaukee, and then you might go from, again, if your woodworker's a Makita guy, from Makita to DeWalt, whatever it is. Great idea. I'm glad it was introduced to me. This is 20 volt. And that's the big deal about this. It's the Atomic series. So look into the DeWalt, click on, I'll have a link for this. Go there, look at this one, but also look at all of the Atomic tools. I was very interested in getting smaller tools, drills and a couple of tools, but they're all 12 volt. DeWalt, Milwaukee, Makita, all of them, they have a smaller line from their standard 18 or whatever voltage. In this case, DeWalt is 20, where they step down to a 12. And the problem I had with the 12s in DeWalt was that it might as well be any other brand, because it was a totally different battery. It was not part of the 20 volt or the flex volt system, the batteries that I have. So I did not want to get into another battery system. Again, even though it had the same brand on it, it was a completely different battery, and I was just going to forego having a small tool. It wasn't worth it to get a smaller tool and add a battery, so it was a no-go. But then this Atomic series came out, and in the DeWalt brand, the Atomic series is the same size physically as their 12 volt series, but they're more powerful, and they use the 20 volt battery. So I can use any of my 20 volt or flex volt with this, or any of the Atomic tools, but get the size of 12. And I want to make that clear. The reason for the Atomic, in my opinion, is I get the physical size of the 12 volt, I get the power of the 20, and I get to stick in a single battery system. If I had to pick the number one tool to recommend for Christmas, it would be the TSO Parallel Guide Generation 2. This is a brand new tool. I did a detailed video on it. The TSO Parallel Guides have been a mainstay, a staple in the Smart Woodshop for a very long time. If I am working on a woodworking project, I'm using my parallel guides to go with my Festool track. This year, though, they took what was already by far the best parallel guide system on the market for ease of use, for accuracy, just the efficiency and what it allowed you to leverage your track. It was essential. But TSO didn't sit still on top of the mountain. They decided that they could do better than their own tool, and they came up with this Gen 2, and it has to do with this lock here, this drop lock connector, completely redesigned from their previous connectors. The track itself, completely redesigned from their previous, and this stop, this absolutely amazing stop. This system is so simple, so easy to use that it's just hard to explain, but this tool here is prized in my shop. It pays for itself many times over. Then there's the TSO Narrow Stock Pro. This came right after the Parallel Guide Gen 2. They had a narrow stock rip setup. I've had it, I use it a little bit. It was okay, it was the best on the market, but narrow rips with a track is just, it's one of the problems, it's one of the issues. If you're trying to completely replace a table saw or do thin, skinny rips on plywood or big, long pieces of wood, it's a tough thing to make it efficient. You could do it accurately, but not efficiently. So TSO, again, in rethinking, they took the new design from the Parallel Guide Gen 2 and went over into their narrow stock rip. They have two versions, the standalone and the Pro. This is the Pro, and again, it uses the drop lock connectors, the new rail, and the new stop. This is the narrow rip part. So with extreme accuracy, incredibly easy to use and adjust to get it right to the cut you want, it has made narrow stock ripping on the track saw as accurate as it can be, better than ripping it on a table saw, and as efficient, as fast as ripping on a table saw. So it really leverages your track to go from the narrowest rip with the narrow stock rip guides all the way to the extremely wide rips you can get with the parallel guides. This is a simple one, but a staple in the Smart Woodshop for as far back as I've been in the business, and that is a good quality cutter for doing pattern routing. This is a 1/2 inch solid carbide upcut spiral bit. Along with this is a bushing set. These are the industry standard Porta-Cable bushing set. Doesn't mean it's the Porta-Cable brand. Porta-Cable does make these under their brand, but it's pretty much the industry standard. They fit all routers with the exception of the Bosch. The Bosch has their own unique one, so you need to get an adapter and then you can run these. But that's the way to go rather than getting Bosch's specific ones and then you're locked into that. Just get the Bosch adapter, the Bosch to Porta-Cable adapter, and these will work. This countersink from KM Tools is brand new to me. I'm going to do a separate video on this because this tool is absolutely amazing. I use countersink bits, again, daily in my shop. I have a Festool drill that has a countersink chucked into it, and it's almost never comes out. That I use it all the time. And I have bought different countersink bits over the years with little Allen keys that adjust the depth of the stop and all kinds of things like that. And I usually just don't even put the collars on. I just kind of eyeball how deep to make it. And then Katz, he's got his own YouTube channel and he has a lot of tools that he's created. And this one is just magic. I've not come across any countersink that's even close to this. And I think I've purchased every possible variation on the market. Money was no object because this is a production tool that I need to use daily. This one has a depth adjustment that is toolless. You just pull this down and dial it. One turn takes it up one detent. I think it's, or not really a detent, but one mark. The barrel is marked, and so it gives you a good reference so you can dial it visually with that scale, or you can just lift it up and look at it and dial it to where you think it needs to go. Do a test drill and dial it right in, then it locks right in. Really nice tool, well worth every penny. And again, I highly recommend it. It's new to me, but I have used it quite a bit, and I will do a separate video later on, probably in 2026, where I will review this tool, and I think you're gonna like what I have to say. Laundry baskets. I have shopped around for some type of durable laundry basket, actually rope storage. I've looked into the sailing world, the boating world, all, you know, the electronics world where they haul cables. And I just was coming up blank. I bought a set of plastic laundry baskets from Target, showed them in another video over a year ago, and they were great, except they were thin plastic, inexpensive, but one of them broke all apart, and the next one started cracking, and I realized that I wanted more of this style, and I didn't think to look at laundry baskets. And then once that sort of came onto my radar, I started searching around, and there's a lot of different sizes and different ways they're made, and this rope style was kind of what I was looking for. And I have found them, now I haven't had them long, but I have found them to be, I like that they're soft, they are very durable, and I have one set up to hold all my air hoses, my splitter, and I actually have my garden hose in here too that I take onto the job site. And then the other one is the same, but set up for my electric or my extension cords. These I just grab one in one hand, one in the other, take them into the Smart Woodshop. They got a shelf they go on, and then when I get onto the job or into the shop, I just grab them, bring them out, drop them on the floor, and then I have whatever I need. And back when I had my cruise and we had multiple trailers and trucks and setups, we did the same thing back then, again, with kind of laundry baskets that I just replaced often, but the guys would take them into the job, and then, you know, whatever anybody needed, they go over and grab one. And finally, on the 2025 Smart Woodshop Christmas list is the Smart Woodshop Plans. I have recently put together a package, it's a brand new package, of the tools that I recommend kind of as the heart of the shop. I've been asked this so many times, and I've done it individually, that I decided to formalize it and make it a package so it's easy. One click, and you have the plans that I think really make up, you know, the heart. I mean, all the other accessory things are great, but these are just, when I set up the Smart Woodshop, this is what I have set up. 2025 Christmas list laid out for you to choose what fits that woodworker in your life. I'll put dedicated clickable links to all of these in the video description down below, so you don't have to think about it. You can just click on each one and look at it, or pick the one you want and go right to it. Mele Kalikimaka from the Smart Woodshop. I hope you have a great Christmas with your family. Mahalo.